Wero2017 inspired Māori leadership in education.
I work for Ngāti Pro Fisheries, or Ngāti Pro Seafoods, predominantly with our āhia range of value-added products, and so you'll have it later on this evening when you give it a try. So we're really proud of it, something we're really passionate about. And I'm really looking forward to having any feedback as well from you guys. The big thing that I'm really interested in is, what do people like? Look, the last time, this is a bit daunting for me, the last time I was in front of so many teachers was when I was back at Boys High. The volleyball team which I was part of, we went to Hastings for a tournament, and a long story short, we shared the accommodation with the Hamilton Girls High School team. So when their teachers did a bit of a walk around to make sure everything was all right, we had to jump out the window and run across the lawn, and then we got wet from the sprinklers, and we had a hard time convincing our teachers that we were up to good things and not bad things. So I got 3 days suspension for that, so please don't suspend me for 3 days as well at the end of this. Look, I'd like to say thank you to Billie Jean just for letting us have the opportunity to talk to you guys. It's great to sponsor such a good event as this. I'm really looking forward to hear some of the outcomes that you guys have done and where you get to. I'm a father of young Ngāti Pro girls that have just started school as well. They're in their first year one I think it's called. So by 2030, when they're exiting the school system, it'll be great to see how are they going to be engaged. What kōrero have you had that's going to help them stay excited about learning? So for me, that's something I really want to know from you guys. To stick to my actual speech, for Ngāti Pro Fisheries, our vision is whaia te kauika tangaroa, mā kona e ora ai ngā uri whakatipu. From the bounty of tangaroa, we will sustain our future generations. And that's a really important thing for us in what we do, trying to engage with people to help them in their futures. To give you an example, we work with a wide range of organisations and schools and people, and we want to be able to support that sort of learning moving forward. Really for us, it's about our social licence. That's the kind of thing that we want to, that's our challenge. So you're talking about the challenges that you might have. Our one is about how do we improve our social licence, and in effect there's 4 parts of that, and that's around to be valued by our shareholders, so that's Ngāti Pro people. It's to be admired and trusted by our customers, so the people I sell fish to, making sure that they know that it's true in everything that we do. It's to improve the fishing industry, because they've got a pretty crap reputation, to be honest, so we're working really hard at that. So we get a lot of phone calls from people saying, hey, I saw a boat fishing close to our areas. What the hell are you guys doing? So we then get on the phone. We then chase up the fishing boat owners and go like, hey, get out! Don't come in here. This isn't right. So we spend a lot of time just trying to make sure that the taonga that we've been entrusted to look after the fisheries is looked after correctly to our values. One of the most important things that we do really is trying to give people experiences. As an example, growing up, my mum and dad were employees, so that's all I even knew. So going home at the end of the day, we'd sit around the table. We might talk about how their day was at their job, but then we'd carry on with our day-to-day stuff. But my wife, they're all self-employed, so she'd go home at the end of her school day and her parents would finish work, and then they'd all talk about work and the challenges that they had in their own businesses and things moving forward. And for us, it's the same type of concept. It's about, you only know what you know. And so my wife, she's au fait with business. She knows everything about it. She's happy to take that risk and that chance. For me, it was a bit more of a learning curve. And it's that same experience that we try to get through to our tamariki and the people that we deal with. So for example, we are working with a school at the moment around the fishing industry. There are a couple of students who are really keen to know more about it. So we said, that's great, come on in, we'll put on an 8-week program. You come in 1 day a week and we'll show you the different aspects. So one day it's going to be around fish landing and filleting fish, the documentation of that. The next day it's going to be around lobster, all those things around it. The next day it's going to be around retail sales and FMCG, or fast moving consumer goods. So we're teaching them all of these things because they're interested and we want to teach. And in Ngāti Pro kids, it's a perfect alignment for us. So that's one of the things we do. Another one is we work with universities. I need food techs, so food technologists to help formulate products. So one of the things that you're going to see on the seafood platters there is our mousse. Now, you can get a chef in to do them just to make the product, and that's not an issue. But for us, it's the other parts. It's the things like the formulation, the shelf life testing, all la 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 la. So we went to Otago University to get some students around there. And ideally Ngāti Pro students. Unfortunately, no Ngāti Pro students are in that field. Okay, so any Māori students? Unfortunately, no Māori students are in that field either. So don't get me wrong, we got some fantastic students who are really good at what they did, and they made a fantastic product. They got some good paperwork for us, but it would have been awesome for us to have Ngāti Pro kids that were in that space. Also, I'm also meeting with a student tomorrow who's at university around trying to give them a job working in the marketplace with us. So that their job will be to be doing things like brand recognition, merchandising, sales repping, etc., etc. But once again, I'm looking for a Ngāti student who can do those things, who has an interest and who has the wherewithal to get to that point so they can do it. So we've been really lucky to find this student, but it was a hard search. And even now, we've been approved by Callaghan Innovation for an intern over summer. So ideally, once again, it's a food tech or someone with that sciencey background. We are actively talking to universities at the moment, trying to find a student like that. But it is hard to find that skill set. And I suppose wrapping this into the corridor that you may have had today, and unfortunately I don't know exactly how that went, but if part of the challenge is to keep kids engaged, if it's about where to the next steps. Primary industry, like ourselves, and the iwi and all the rest of it, we're really keen to work with these students to kind of give them a glimpse of, well, this is what it means to do X, Y, and Z in this particular field. So putting the challenge back out there for you guys, it's, work with us. I'm sure that there are programs out there already. I don't know about them myself personally, but as we look for these students to try to encourage them to move them in, there's always some type of opportunity there. So whether it's with Ngāti Pro Fisheries, Pakihiroa Farms, Miri Honey, any of the other ones, talk to us, knock on some doors. We'd love to help with that too. Anyway, the food is getting cold or warm depending on whether it's been chilled or not. So I will leave it at that. Thank you very much for your time. Kia ora.